know how I know we were talking a couple weeks ago, like when I buy Anthem, I could use that like Visa card or whatever. And
prepaid card.
yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I could use. You need some help?
No, I'm kidding. I just want to get it closer to us,
Oh, there you
so
go.
don't step on it because your other foot's right next to it.
And I was thinking, oh, you know what? I'll buy it with that or whatever. But then I bought Anthem with like my quote unquote own money.
Right.
And so I thought, oh. And then I was face masking this morning, just chilling. What do I need to buy? I was thinking about that hard drive.
Oh, an external hard drive.
New cable. Oh, I didn't think of that, but now you made me think of that. And there was something
Internal
else.
hard drive for your
Yeah.
Mass Effect Andromeda playthrough.
Yep. And then, God, I don't remember what else. I'm just really glad you got that power thing fixed because I wasn't able to record Andromeda. So I was like,
Because I have the other identical monitor. It has a power brick adapter. I almost thought about bringing it over, but I was like, yeah, we'll probably get working.
yeah. And worst comes worst, we would just moved it too.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Why did I just agree to what I said? I agreed to it like you said it.
That's okay.
Cool.
It's my idea.
Welcome to the side table, everyone.
You made these further in, didn't you? Or they at least got bumped in.
That's for when I stream.
Gotcha.
So
We're going to widen them for two of us.
More right in my face.
Yeah, I imagine that'd be better.
Yeah. I just wish it was more directional.
If you turn it back here to the condenser, it's really directional for one person.
I meant like, I wish this was more modeled directional.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because then it wouldn't be all like,
Yes.
you know?
That's like expensive mic category.
I know.
Yeah, welcome back to the side table. He already said that, but then we kind of glossed over it.
I know.
Doesn't it just feel like a nice squishy boob?
I love boobs, dude. I finally changed my origin name to Sir Calipigian. Sarah.
Because I had the Andromeda launch page loaded up, and it's like, Sir Calipigian now plays this game. I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You mean Anthem?
That's what I meant. That's what I said. Yep.
How's your week been? How was your week?
It was all right.
Do anything exciting? You on coaster?
No, I got coasters over here.
Bon Hapadoodle.
My thing doesn't fit on the coaster, though, so.
Oh.
That was all right. It was kind of busy work-wise. I ended up working like 10 and a half hours yesterday.
Jesus.
Yeah.
When did you open?
Yeah, I ended up opening. I wasn't supposed to open.
Why? Who was?
Deb was supposed to open. Something came up. Her daughter was sick or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So I ended up opening. I was scheduled till 8:30, so it would have been 11 hours. But
Jesus.
At 7:30, I like double checked with my coworker. Like, you're gonna be good? She's like, yeah. I'm like, cool, because I am leaving.
I'm getting the fuck out. Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah. And then both our district and regional manager were there that day, that morning,
Uh-huh.
for their whole meeting about the new product they're carrying. So it was a busy day.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I would have hated that.
And I was like, these are the days that make me want to go back to school.
Yep.
And I remember how much school costs. I'm like, oh.
I was talking about that with my dad yesterday because I mentioned how I stopped at Family Video to get a new bag because I have no idea what happened to my other one. What saddens me more about losing that bag is I had a whole bag of almonds in there.
Oh,
yeah,
that's like $12.
I know. That's why I was like, fuck. That's like my snack for a week and a half at work. And I'm like, fuck. I don't know where it went.
That sucks.
I know. I swear to God, I set it on the counter and I just forgot it. My mom must have moved it, but if she moved it, she wouldn't have thrown it away. There was a whole bag of almonds in there.
Right. It's probably buried somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, what the fuck?
Who knows?
I was hoping you guys would have like more designs though, but
We had a couple in the back. I don't have a real good chance to look at them. I know they have like an Xbox one. They have some like Lego Batman and Joker ones. They have like, I think it's a Frozen one. It has the snowman's face on it. Weren't any like really cool ones.
no.
So that's the only one I could think of that you would like even be remotely interested in.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's what we got.
And it was like a replacement because that was the design of my other one.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. But no, we were talking. I mentioned I went to Family Video, and then we were talking about because recently at work, a lot of people have been coming up and being like, "Dude, so is this like your plan for the rest of your life?" And I'm like, you don't have a job. Who are you to fucking judge? And my dad asked, so is Joshua going to like go back to school or something? I was like, he's thinking about it, blah, blah, blah. But I understand why he's not going because it fucking sucks. And
It does.
And then I was talking about like money and stuff. And then it just led into like, it was actually a pretty good conversation. It's pretty level-headed. He's really level-headed when he's not with other people. It's just him and I. And so he's able to like sit back. Cause then we got talking about like my sister and she's great. How she's struggling with being a teenager and then like social media and stuff. And it was good to talk about that. But no, that's
It's always nice when you can have a conversation with one you're not competing with, maybe an ego that wants to I don't want to say impress other people, but
that's what it is, to
an extent.
Yeah. And it was just really nice because usually whenever I have discussions about politics with my dad, They're usually
more heated.
Yeah, because it's usually around other people. So like it's usually around family that slightly leans towards his view.
Right.
Like it could be a mix of the two or not, but then he tends to like boast about it, and then I'm just like, dude, whatever, But it was really nice, and I had beer.
That's always good too.
Yeah, and I had a fish sandwich, a fried fish sandwich. I was switching it up at Schuberg's.
Can't really go wrong with anything they have.
That's true, but I didn't want to do chicken strips, so that was my thing.
Burgers would be my go-to with them.
They're
fantastic.
I was going to go burger, but like everyone gets a burger at Schuberg's
because that's what they're known for.
Right.
No, I was. We went out to dinner at Bob Evans with my family about a week or so back.
Yeah,
because it would have been my grandmother's birthday.
Oh, that's nice that you kind of remembrance kind of thing.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if it was Sarah or my mom who wanted to do it, but Sarah was the one who texted me.
Totally her then.
That was my guess, but it could have been my mom too.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, we were having dinner, and Gus was there too, and so
Gustav.
we were talking. Ashley and I were talking on the way home, and it's like really, but I say like a lot. It was really bizarre, not bizarre, interesting how diverse that family's like. I did it again. That family's political views and their leanings one way or the other between like Herbert and David are far more liberal. Gus seems to land somewhere in between, and then you have Pete who seems to at least be far more conservative.
Oh, for sure.
Whereas my mom is far more conservative as well. All that came from the same upbringing, same parents and everything.
Isn't that weird?
It is.
I mean, there's totally different. I think it also depends on your personality.
A little bit, yeah, for sure.
David's like way more chill.
Yes.
So with being more chill, he allows you to sit back and not. He talks a lot, but he doesn't talk too much.
Right. Yep. He won't talk your off. He'll let you speak as well. And he's all for having a conversation, even if he disagrees with you.
My fingers feel like they don't bend back far enough.
What's wrong with your fingers, man?
What do you think that means?
It probably means you have cancer.
Oh, shit. Yeah, they never, like... Yours bend back pretty far.
Yeah, but they mostly bend, like, at the joint of the hand.
But then I think, like, does Joshua stretch more? And I was like, Joshua doesn't
stretch more
than I do. And I'm like, no, he does. It's like, huh. And I was watching your fingers bend, and I was like...
Oh, that's what... Then you're over here,
yeah, like, then I'm like, what the fuck?
What's wrong with that?
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's all right. That was pretty much all I had to say.
When you mentioned that like thing, though, the past couple months we've been recording, I've always kept in my mind, especially when I'm talking in that, to
drop the likes.
Yeah, to talk slower and with purpose, because it makes you sound, one, more intelligent, two,
makes your thoughts sound more cohesive,
and carry more weight.
Yes. I used to be a lot better about that and just like thinking a lot more before I opened my mouth.
Right.
And then it just...
Well, then just don't give a shit anymore.
Exactly. So...
Yeah.
But definitely for recording, I drop way too many likes and so...
Well, it's just casual conversation between you and I.
It is, but I have to listen to it.
That's true. That's true.
Every time I've edited an episode that we've done, I've looked at it and thought to myself, I I've said like 6 times.
Yeah. Shot.
Yeah. There's a drinking game for you. Go back through anything that we've done or that I'm in and take a shot every time I say like.
I'm tempted to. Well, now I just thought of this. So you know how we were doing 30. Well, I was just doing 5 recording sessions of Pokemon, and then switching over, whatever. I don't know if, depending on, I guess after where we're at the end of the 5th session, if we should just finish it.
At that point, we might be pretty close
because we're already doing all the bulk shit with the rocket. After the rocket stuff's over, it's just
blazing through that center part, and then you're almost at the Elite Four.
Yeah. I guess maybe we'll just finish it then.
I think so.
Then we can go back to switching off editing.
That works.
I just really like editing the Pokemon one. It's like, I don't know, it's a really good reminiscing one. It's so chill.
It is very chill.
It's lo-fi Pokemon.
No, lo-fi is our no commentary series.
Yeah, check it out.
Hashtag Anthem.
Hashtag Bioware. Hashtag sponsor.
No sponsor.
Whatever.
I had the early access for Anthem. I didn't pre-order. I haven't actually purchased the game yet. I just have the month of Origin Premium. And so I decided I was just going to record everything I've done and then just throw it together and upload it.
It was good. It was a good idea. When you texted me that, I said, dude, good job. I did one of these Knuckles.
I probably have 4 or 5 hours of
really?
of gameplay that just hasn't made it into an episode yet because I'd rather just play it than edit it and then sit through half an hour of exporting.
Right. That's what I would do. I played 2 hours of it last night, and then I got really tired.
That's the worst part.
Because whoa, that picture's trippy.
That's pretty cool. I think I'm up to like 12 or 13 hours in Anthem so far.
Oh, damn. What level are you?
18.
Fuck.
But don't worry, you get more experience for playing with people on your friends list.
I saw that
which is really cool.
Did you... So, when you were running through Anthem... so last night I was just going through the main hub area, just looking at everything. Mm-hmm. And I saw you were a donator or something. You could donate money, or...
I have no idea what that is.
I guess I'd have to show you the screen. I don't remember what it's called, but you were a top donator or something, and I don't know if it was in-game credits.
Oh, there's like a weekly... I want to say it's like almost like a weekly reputation thing. Uh-huh. And then based on your friends and how much they play and how many quests they complete and stuff, at the end of the week, just playing with other people who are on your friends list, you get coins from that. So if you have a huge group of friends who play, are on your friends list, they each donate towards that reputation or alliance, and then you get, more coins to buy skins and crap at the end of the week.
Cool.
That's like my high level understanding of it.
Okay. Because I looked at that and I thought, how do I donate? You
just play the game, and then you get more by playing with, friends.
Friends. Gotcha. Yeah, I played through... I think the last main story mission I did was the Protect the Arcanus or Arcanus.
Protect the Arcanus. I don't remember where exactly that one is. There's lots of, saving Arcanus type quests. Reviews for that game are not great.
Really?
Really.
Why?
Mostly citing technical issues, which I really haven't had a problem with at all.
Uh-huh.
Like, I haven't had a single problem, technically. The other thing I've seen mentioned is it mostly seems to be people who just blazed through the game to hit level cap and then decided there wasn't too much to do yet.
That's not the point of it,
But right, that's not the point to blaze through the game.
That's why that's why reviewing games now is such a bullshit thing to do.
It's just a race to see who can complete it first and upload a video about it. And maybe there isn't that much to do, but I'm not there yet, so that's not a problem.
Right?
And BioWare also released here's our 90-day plan for the coming 90 days.
Bethesda for
Fallout. Okay, but they released we're going to do these events then, and this is when the Cataclysm is coming.
Oh,
in May.
That's cool.
The Cataclysm will be in May.
I thought it was in March.
Nope, that's when like their first like new events are. I can see everything becoming a little bit repetitive, but we'll see.
I gotcha. I mean,
I've liked it so far though.
Right? I hate critics. I experienced our first negative comment that we had. I'm gonna read it because one, it's very incoherent, and two, the guy is just a fucking idiot.
If anything's incoherent, I just immediately disregard it.
I do too, but still, like, it's the first one on like a thing I've been working on for 3 years. You know, that has stuck on.
Looking at your phone always gives me anxiety. There's like 17 notifications there.
Oh, I just ignore them now.
No, I don't know. I don't get it.
So this is the guy. He commented on our Fortnite video.
See, that's our problem. Is we used Fortnite and we brought in that group of people.
Yeah. So he says, in all one sentence, "Did you think this video would get viral? Literally, the intro is so trash." And then I replied with, "We work with what we got."
Why'd you even reply to him?
Well, because I don't know. Because
I realize it feels like a personal attack.
Yeah, and well, see, after I did that, I could have replied with, "Fucker, listen," you know.
Right. Yeah.
But I see it as a guy who was vying for attention and wanted, and I fed into that, but
At
with
least not
positivity.
with negative.
Yeah, but after
wasn't the intro just the Christmas intro from Fortnite?
I don't know on that one.
Because I edited it.
Really?
Yeah, remember we started up and there was that Christmassy thing, and we decided.
Are you serious?
We were talking. We're like, why didn't we just use this for the Christmas themed stuff that we were doing? And we're like, we didn't know about it. Yeah. So as far as I remember, I think the intro for that video was just their Christmas intro in Fortnite.
Oh my god, I didn't realize that. Let me
Yeah, you'd have to pull it up and actually watch it to see, but it's been a while. That's what I remember.
Now I have to check.
Careful, we might copyright strike ourselves.
That's true. That'd be funny if that happened.
I don't think it would.
Load
faster.
It's still loading. This is intense.
This is really intense.
We're gonna be the next greatest Fortnite YouTuber. We're not gonna be ninja, we're gonna be samurai. See, the problem with that is we'd have to actually be good. I am good.
Then maybe I
I've
didn't use
played
it.
this game before.
Oh, we did put the intro in there. Regardless. After, because I was taking a shit when I was reading the comment, so I had contemplation after I replied with, and I thought, critics they're just failed artists, or they failed at something, and like the only thing they fall into negativity, and then how they project themselves and their creativity or what have you is by being negative and cynical and critiquing other people's work.
That's very much the cynical point of view of what a critic is.
They are failures, and they just fucking take it out on anyone else who's succeeding. And I was just like, oh my god. And then because then it made me rewatch the intro, and I was like, it's a cute intro.
It's certainly not high quality.
But I mean, you did it without experience on animation, and so it's a cute intro. And so then I was thinking, maybe we should soon.
Is that what brought?
Yeah, that's why
intro?
That's why I'm like, maybe we should update the intro. And so I was looking at animators on Fiverr, and I found a guy, but he's like backed up till March 1st. But then I'm gonna.
That's not too long though.
I know, and I'm gonna submit a thing because there was another one I wanted, but I could not afford him.
That's the one you said was like $800 plus.
Oh yeah.
That's professional level, right?
Yeah, there. But he had some pretty good animation in like his demo reels and that I was checking out. So I was gonna hit him up, but
yeah. For context, our intro, all of the pillows and the TV and the couch were drawn out and designed by Patrick's girlfriend.
Wonderful Sarah Massey. So shout out to her.
And then I have to ask those into Blender to animate them.
Yep. And then I
Having
made
never done it before.
Yeah, and then I made a background for it.
It was fantastic. We did. Patrick hired somebody to do the intro song though.
Yes.
Which is still solid.
Yes, that one.
Like that.
That's really high quality. But outside of that, it was an in-house project.
Yes. So about as free as it can get.
Yeah, and it was really, and I liked the intro, especially when we first started. Pillow Talk, we had an intro and that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like
The outro was also done in-house after many failed attempts to work with somebody on Fiverr.
Oh, who was that? I don't remember that.
I don't remember who it was, but you had brought up the pedal concept to this person. You're like, I want to expand the pedals.
Oh yeah.
And consistently just like didn't even use that at all in his designs that he gave you.
Yep. It was like the guy that I asked to do the logos too, and totally fucked up.
Right, was you told him for like a Pokemon logo, wasn't it? You were like you said you wanted something specific, and then he gave you something completely not even remotely close to.
Well, what happened was, so this guy, I was looking to redesign the logos of Pillow Talk because we had these pillows that Sarah did very rough wireframe sketches of in Illustrator.
That's the Adobe.
And I was thinking, I should get something a little more high quality, update it where it's not as generic, because it looked really generic, the pillows, but it was, whatever. And so I contacted this guy who was a little more out of my price range, but he did really good work and people were very happy with him. He 4 or 5 stars or whatever on Fiverr. Contact the guy, explain that I want pillows with faces. So when you think of pillows with faces, you think of something like Veggie Tales, where it's veggies
Cartoony.
with face. And I explained that in explicit detail. And I said, if it's possible, if they could have some facial bits that were similar to Dylan and I, because Dylan at the time was the co-host. And so I sent him pictures of myself. And I labeled them all, because I label everything because of being in a TDMP major. That's what you have to fucking do.
Especially if somebody else is working on it.
Yes, and so I labeled my picture as this is one of the pillows, and then labeled the other one and it was the only good picture that was recent with Dylan, but it had his girlfriend Megan in it at the time. And I labeled
yes, I remember that.
and I labeled it as this is Dylan, and I said we're the 2 guys, not 2 guys and a girl, 2 guys. So the guy's first revision that he sends back is a half-ass logo, and then just like stenciled pictures of Megan and Dylan on pillows. And I said, and I was very nice.
Did you send it to Dylan so he could frame it?
I didn't send it to him, but it was just that, like, someone just literally copied the picture of Megan and Dylan onto these pillows, and I was very nice, and I said,
not quite what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
let me reiterate.
Not what I wanted for. I didn't want the actual faces and likeliness of the pictures on the pillows. I just wanted the pillows to kind of look like the host.
Like throw a beard on them or glasses.
Yeah, or, and so he said, oh, okay. So he sends me back the same revision of Megan and Dylan. Like, there's no me. And I explained, like, where is me? And he said,
God, you're so self-centered.
I know. And he's like, you didn't say that. Yes, I fucking did say it. And so I had to go back through
so you quote your previous email.
Yes, and I did everything. And so eventually 7 revisions in. This is over the course of I think a month and a half.
Month and a half.
Yeah, It was a very long time. And month and a half goes by. Over 7, I think it was 7 or 8 revisions. I end up getting these 2 pillows that look like tater tots. That literally have
tater tots.
My eyes and glasses. Like, someone just put my picture on there and then just erased my jawline, my facial bits. That
just use the lasso tool to get
yes,
your face
and then the clone stamp tool to just get rid of blend it in. And this was after it took him a very long time to realize that it was me and Dylan who were the hosts and not him and Megan for some reason. So after like 8 revisions, and there was a lot more stuff that he did, and I just don't remember at the time. But I have all the project files backed up. So the 9th revision comes around, and I said, dude, just give me the base files of the pillows, because I always buy complete rights to everything, so I have total control. Give me just anything you have, just give it to me right now, and I'm done with you. And so I give him a 1 star, and I review, I give this long out review. So then the next week and a half, he's spamming my inbox on Fiverr saying, change my rating to a 5 star, change my rating to a 5 star. Can you please change my rating to 5 star, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'll change my rating to a 5 star if you actually, 1, do what I asked you to do. 2, you refund me because you didn't do anything that I wanted you to do.
And that's probably how he ends up with such a good score on there.
Yep. And he never refunded me. He said, no, I can't do that. I did what you wanted. No, you didn't. And so then I'm like, fine, then you are sticking as a 1 star. And then I was telling Sarah about this, and I showed her what I had. The pillows that we have now. Sarah ended up creating the faces. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, this is exactly what I wanted. Why didn't I just have you do this? It was frustrating. Because it was just frustrating. Because when you're like a creator and you have a vision and you hire someone to help you with that vision and they fuck up constantly, it sucks.
The one thing working for doing the intro. Anytime you try to explain something for an animation, you're like, make it more dynamic.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of frustrating sometimes. You're like, make it more dynamic. It's like, what does that mean?
I guess because it means...
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But it's more of a, be specific about what you want more dynamic.
I think that was after I was just done with instructions.
I'm not worried about it.
But no, after that, I should have sent the... I mean, you eventually did it when I was kind of explaining into detail the camera angles, and then you recorded a bit,
right? I recorded
and then sent it to me.
Is this kind of what you're looking for?
And I was like, yeah, and then I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
I just don't. It's like hiring people and having to deal with instructions with words.
It's one of those things where being able to take on that skill yourself might almost be easier than trying to explain away something. Or if you were a really good sketch artist and you could, frame by frame storyboard it out.
And it's no. It's whatever. So
it was a struggle.
Yeah, and so I went into detail for this intro that I want done because I took your idea of the multiple
shots of what we're doing.
Like I'm thinking of it'll start with the pillows just like getting really into gaming, one's like laughing, the other's screaming, and then it will cut to us doing shit in front of the microphone for the podcast, and then it will end with us falling on the couch. And
it needs to have the side table in it.
I don't know. I'll explain that, and
that was a lot of what I was thinking, because you always said you wanted to be more dynamic and movement, so you could have like a 2-second shot of them on the pillow, 2-second shot, even if that, of the side table and something else, on the couch.
Because that's how long the theme is. The
intro is about 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's like...
Though it could be shorter.
I think it's actually 10-ish, the music.
Yeah, but the last bit of the music is,
fade out, but...
just fading.
But it's about... Because I think his price thing was like 10... I don't know. It's like 10 seconds or something, and... But yeah. I kind of went with that, because then I was like, oh, we could just... remaster the intro that we have now, but then I said no. Well, because I wanted your input because you're the other half. So
gotcha.
I was like, I can't just toss it aside.
You could.
I could, but that's being a dick. I ain't a dick, dude. I'm a nay-nay,
Watch me nay-nay.
Yeah.
No, we could definitely do with a new intro.
So look nice.
If any of you out there do animation work, holla.
Yeah, holler.
Holla.
Golden holla.
Are you ready for the new Dragon Age?
Are
you ready for BioWare to potentially screw up another franchise?
I don't know. I still have to completely beat Inquisition.
I haven't done any of the DLC for that game either.
And I have to, because there's a lot of story bits.
There is, apparently.
But it's so much micromanaging in that game.
And with most BioWare games, you want to play it and you want to complete everything.
Yep.
Which takes...
forever.
Dozens of hours.
Oh, yeah. And then new things pop up and you're like, I want to play these.
Because you've got Anthem. Sekiro's gonna come out in another month.
I gotta beat 5 more games for that though.
I'm gonna wait to buy that one anyway.
I'm gonna.
I still want to beat Bloodborne. We have to beat Bloodborne before we buy it.
Yeah, that's knuckle truth.
Knuckle truth.
But you know, I gotta beat like 5 more games. I'm thinking like Anthem. I want to beat Heart Gold. I've never beaten Heart Gold.
How?
I've just always like stopped.
Why?
I don't know, because
What's
when
wrong with you?
when it first came out, I was in that phase of like, I'm playing Pokemon, yeah, and then that nostalgia wore off, you know, halfway, and I stopped.
And then you get bored.
Yep, and then other times I've played it has always been a Nuzlocke.
Yes, that doesn't get you very far.
No, it doesn't. Especially in that game, because that game is very hard if you Nuzlocke it.
Brutal.
Because it's 2 fucking games.
It is, and I don't remember which. There's a couple games in there where they have, you know, like EV trained Pokemon
It's
trainers.
Sun and Moon and then X and Y.
X and Y,
Well,
Sun
X
and
and Y 2, Sun and Moon, all those games are, yeah.
Or intentionally pair you up against like a double battle with some really good typing advantage.
Yep. It sucks. That's why I have never completed it. But I'd like to. I own 2 copies of Heart Gold.
Oh, that's right. We had the one for sale for like $5.
Yeah, which is insane because that sells for
like 60.
Yeah.
I used like 3 times in that sentence.
Like, I know, right?
Right? This isn't, 2004. We don't use like all the time.
Totally.
Totes
my
my
goats.
goats.
But
No, that was a killer deal on that game.
I know, when you texted me that, I said, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
All mine.
And then there's the Mystery Dungeon that we haven't played.
Yeah. Caleb had a Mystery Dungeon game on his original DS long ago.
Uh-huh.
I've played a hair of that. It's all right because you get to play as the Pokemon. It's not the same thing though.
I figured it wouldn't be.
But it was $2, I think.
Yeah.
$3.
What was 2 for $2.50 or whatever?
2 for $5.
Yeah. Which is a pretty good deal.
It is.
God, that's so stupid of them.
That was
so dumb.
It was on their price list, so I was, Patrick, you want this? I'll hold it.
Yeah, I was, fuck yeah.
We priced out before I bought the PS4, a Bloodborne copy for $10, and I almost bought that just in anticipation.
Uh-huh.
But it ended up being, I would have to buy the DLC anyway, so.
Right. So that equates at the end.
Yes.
But yeah, I would like to beat Bloodborne, Anthem, Heart Gold. Like 2 other. Well, so
okay. You beat the main Diablo story? Or did you used a different game?
So let me get into this.
Okay. You used a different game.
So, for those of you who don't know, I think I've mentioned it before in a podcast. Previously, maybe. In recording, I know I've mentioned it. I've talked about how past couple weeks, realization that, and I've stopped buying stuff a long time ago, except bills, but stuff for myself. I think the last thing outside was the PS4 and all that stuff. Oh, and brawling Pokemon, I guess. But still, I had this realization that I buy way too much shit and then not use it or not play it or not read it or not watch it or what have you. And I thought, God, there's so much shit I haven't experienced that I have because I want to buy the next thing and just have it, or I just want to buy it just to have it kind of thing. So I was like looking and like keeping track in my head about all the books that I've bought and all the games. And I was like, wow, I should
play or read some of these.
Yeah, and do that. And so Anthem was coming out, and our little group is always, we gotta buy something, play together. And I'm like, okay, cool. But what'll happen is either we'll buy it and you and I will be the only ones who play it,
or buy it and you just won't play it.
Won't play it. So I said, okay, I'm gonna beat 5 games, and then I'll play it. But I gotta beat the 5 games first. And then you and fucking Ashley are like,
no, Ashley, what? Ashley all day was, are you gonna buy it so we can play together? Are you going to buy it? Are you going to play it? She's like, well, if you're not going to buy it, eventually she just said, if you're not going to buy it, I'm just going to go ahead and get the Origin Access and play it.
Uh-huh.
And so she goes ahead and does that. I'm like, well, now I have to do it. I'm going to text Patrick just in case he wants in on this.
Uh-huh.
So she buys it. I think she's played an hour of that game. She made the mistake of picking up Stardew Valley again
Uh-huh.
and has not touched it since. Thankfully,
wow.
she hasn't purchased the game yet. It was just the Origin Access, but it was like, come on.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So I've just been playing it solo.
Okay. But yeah, so Joshua texts me with the intent of, including me, but then also with like, you should buy this too.
I mean, if you want to be cool.
Yeah.
Cool kids are doing
And I
it.
said, no, I got to commit to this because I promised myself. Because conviction, man,
I understand.
And so I'm like, I got to do it. But it comes out in less than a week now because this is what, Saturday? No, Friday. Last Friday.
This was the 17th. 15th. The 15th of February, so...
Last Friday, because 22nd was yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, so I said, oh, God. Okay, so now I really want to play it because they're playing it. Joshua uploaded the lo-fi bits, and he was telling me, it's good. I'm like, oh, fuck. Because we played the beta together, and that was really fun. So I said, oh, God, now
Minus the technical issues, which I've not run into any of.
Hey, there we go, Knuckles. So I was like, okay, what 5 games can I beat that I've wanted? Because I wanted to beat games that I've wanted to beat
Not
or
just
have.
beat games
Just to beat them.
further easier to beat
So, yeah, so I was going to beat Super Castlevania 4.
them. Which you did.
Mega Man X.
Which you did.
Kirby Star Allies.
Which you did.
What was the 4th one?
What was the 4th one?
Undertale.
Undertale, right? Yep.
And
Which
then,
I think you did.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
tell
then Diablo, the Eternal Edition, which is Diablo 3 and Reaper of Souls.
Which you did not. Because that's a long game.
So I mapped it all out, and I'm like, this is possible if all I do is this. And if I complete them by these... Because I went to howlongisthisgame.com or something like that.
And based it off of that.
Yeah, and they laced... So I was going off the average story time. So Saturday comes around, Joshua and I record, and then we hung out till 9 or 10, ate dinner, watched a very emotional Pokemon movie.
That was extremely...
Pokemon... I Choose You.
Yeah, it's the newest one as far as I know.
Yeah, I think it came out in like 2017.
Yes.
Watch it with your kids. Watch it with people who are interested in Pokemon. They'll fucking love it.
Might make you cry a little bit.
Yes, watch it. And so Joshua leaves. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna shower and then I'm gonna do this. So then I go. Someone beat Castlevania. So I start up Super Castlevania. I'm getting all set up. I have a wax melter, spilt wax everywhere. So then I end up anger cleaning and playing Castlevania till 2:30 in the morning. Sunday rolls around. I'm very close to the end of the game, like 3, because there's, I think it goes to 8 stages, and then there's 3 worded stages, so it's stage A, B, and C.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I get to the final stage. This is around, by the time Sarah comes over, it's like 2. I'm so close to the end of the game. It's like a boss gauntlet. You fight this demon bat, this skeleton spear dude, and then Death itself, and then Dracula. And Joshua. You thought Dark Soul bosses were hard?
Our Castlevania even worse.
It's even worse.
Oh.
And I was getting really angry, and then I kind of had this realization. I was like, this would be really entertaining if someone were recording me playing this.
So that's when you hopped on. You're like, I'm going to stream this.
So what I did this whole week was just kind of like record myself and my thoughts on everything. And I want to type up a script because I had a realization through this about this whole 5 game thing in this short amount of time. But anyway, I ended up beating Super Castlevania, not at 4 on Sunday, but like at 11:30 or midnight.
Oh geez, so there goes half a day of game.
Oh yeah, it was so hard. It was so hard, and I think the recommended time was 4.5 hours. It took me 9.
Ooh.
It was because you die, you got to reset, redo the whole fucking thing, and so I'm like, okay, that puts me behind because I wanted to start Undertale tonight. Whatever, what have you. But in that whole time, in that Sunday, I bought Sarah this Harry Potter card battle game, this board game for Christmas. So we ended up playing it, and we thought it was just going to be, whatever game. We ended up playing it for 3 hours. It's fucking so good.
Yeah.
You'll really like it. It's like it's the trading card thing. You buy cards to create your battle deck.
That's cool.
And you have to beat like the Dark Wizard. It's so fun. I'm like, holy fuck, this is really good. So we played it for 3 hours. And then I thought, I would rather be doing this than playing, So that's like my inkling of respecting my time and what I do with my time.
And doing something you actually enjoy with it.
Yeah, and so I'm like, okay, I still got... So after that, I got to beat 4 more games. I start Undertale on the next day, Monday, and I end up binging the shit out of that. And I get really, really close to the end of the game. I'm probably about an hour and a half away from the game. And then I get to this boss, Muffet, who I cannot beat because she's just... The combat in that game is so weird because it's very like mini game and reflex based because it's all made in like RPG Maker or something like that.
Yeah, it is.
And so the boss battles are really weird, and I was trying to get through the game as fast as possible, and there's multiple endings for not killing all these characters and that, but I just started killing everyone. So killing everyone and just blazing through the game misses like important items, specifically an item that helps you beat Muffet, where she just immediately just stops fighting you. And so I end up having to grind and train and fucking
level up.
Yeah, and just start slaughtering all these innocent monsters just to get to the end of the fucking game. And then I get to the end of the game and I beat it, and I'm just like, okay,
but at what cost?
Yeah, I know. I'm just thank God I'm done. And then the next day, I'm like, okay, I have to beat Mega Man X today. I have to beat it in one setting to keep with the time amount. So I end up streaming Mega Man X, which is a very hard game. I end up beating it in 6.5 hours. I think it takes 4. Okay. But I streamed the whole thing. And it's funny because if you watch the whole stream, it's just someone's descent into madness. It's the start of, okay, guys, we're going to do this. This is what I'm doing. I can do it. Okay, I'm dying. You know, this is part of the game, whatever. Okay, I'm going to keep dying. That's fine or whatever. Get really sad. Get really angry. Then kind of just like, I'm just exhausted. And then get really happy because I'm succeeding, but then get really sad and upset immediately afterwards. And then just once you beat it, it's just like, thank God.
So about what time did you end up beating that game? Because I hopped in your stream briefly for like half an hour.
What time did you hop in? You
after 10?
Yeah, you hopped in like I think like right in the middle of it. So I ended up beating the game probably around like 1.
Man, you have not slept all week, have you?
Dude, no, I have not. And so that's getting to the Diablo bit. So then I had to beat the 4th game, whatever that was. Oh, Kirby Star Allies. So on Monday, I beat that game. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I beat that game because on Monday we had training in Grand Rapids. So we had like an hour to... So I just played the shit out of that and beat that game. That game was so relaxing when you go from Super Castlevania to Kirby. It's like, oh yeah, this is awesome. And that game was pretty fun. So then I just had to beat Diablo. And so Wednesday comes around. I have 2 days left to finish this challenge. If I just hardcore Diablo, I can beat it. And so Sarah comes over, we're chatting. I'm just really enjoying my time with her. And then I have to play Diablo, and I'm playing Diablo, and I don't want to play Diablo. Like, I don't want to. And I just, it's like, why am I doing this to a game I don't want to beat, you know? And so I said, you know what? I'll just make the 5th game Sarah's choice. Like, Sarah, just pick a fucking game.
I'll play it.
And I'll play it, I'll beat it, whatever, what have you. So then she's going through all these, because at this point we were in the middle of conversation, like her and I were talking, and I would fall asleep because I was so tired. And
then did you shout, "This is how I feel when we're watching movies"?
Yeah, I showed up. And so she picks a game, and then it ends up being Yoshi's Island for the SNES.
Okay.
And so you can beat it in 8 hours. And so I'm playing that for maybe a half hour. And then I'm just sitting there just like...
Bad decision.
I'm like, oh my God. She's like, why? What's going on? Sarah, I can't. I can't play this game. And she said, then don't play it. You're like, what?
I have that option?
I could do that? And so I was like, okay, fine. I'll just read my book.
You didn't play a 5th game, did you?
No, I did.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll finish this book. If I finish this book by Friday...
That'll be good enough.
That'll be good enough, because the realization I had was I'm playing all these games, but I'm missing out on
the fun of it.
Yeah, the fun of playing these games,
and exploring everything.
Yeah, and like doing other things outside of like playing games with you guys, or doing things with you, or doing things with Sarah, or like reading or watching a movie or spending time with my family. All this time is dedicated to this. So I'm having like all these realizations. I'm like, okay, Sarah, like thinking, what game would Sarah want me to play? Because at this point she fell asleep. And so, so I'm like, okay, her favorite movie, Disney movie at least, is Aladdin. So I looked up, is there an Aladdin game? So there's an Aladdin. The Disney games for the SNES era are apparently really fucking hard.
There are Disney games
from the
SNES era?
Yeah, they're really fucking hard, and they're really fucking good, apparently.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I'll look into that. And so I was like, there's an Aladdin one. It's pretty hard, but apparently it's really fun. So I end up getting that game and then playing it on Thursday, and I beat it on Thursday in the course of 2 hours.
Damn.
Really hard platformer, but at this point I'm like godlike when it comes to SNES platformers.
Yeah.
And it was really fun, and I beat that game, and so I beat it. But then I beat it and I was like, I feel nothing.
All that work.
I don't feel a satisfaction I wanted from all this stuff, and then it made me realize that like just fucking
do what you want to do.
Just blitzing and doing all this shit is just fucking stupid. I mean, it was a cool challenge, and I would have liked it a lot more if I didn't have a 40-hour work week.
On top of
on top of doing this,
like 6 to 8 hours of gaming.
Yeah, because then I could have enjoyed a lot of these other games I
would have rather
played
or
and could have
played through more thoroughly.
Yeah, and could have beaten, because I would have enjoyed Undertale a whole hell of a lot more.
It's apparently a very good game.
It is a very good game, but when you're trying to beat it, it's a very annoying game. Mm-hmm. And the same thing with Super Castlevania. When I was just chilling and streaming and playing that, it was really fun. But then, because it got so hard and I couldn't beat it, I didn't want to play it. And then Mega Man X, that game is it loved the shit out of that game. But after you beat all the bosses, you have to do, what are they called? They're not the Sega levels, but it's an Sigma levels. So it's 4 Sigma levels where you basically get through these really hard platforming levels that the game has taught you to combat, and then you fight 3 or 4 bosses in a row after that. And then you finally fight Sigma at the end, who is fucking so hard, and you beat that, and the accomplishment that a normal person would have gotten from beating that would have been like, fuck yeah. But it was more of,
I have to do that 3 more times.
Thank God, and then I would get so like angry and frustrated and mad, and it would make you think about yourself in that, and you're just like, what am I doing to myself?
That's part of why I haven't picked up Bloodborne in a while, is because I'm stuck on that one boss and I really want to beat it before I move on. And every time I fight him, I get frustrated, and it's just like, I'm done for now.
You're just like, fuck it.
Spend my time on something else.
Yeah, and then when I had the realizations, all that, and then when I was done beating Aladdin and kind of leading up to that point, I thought about what like the whole, I called it the rule of 5, was doing the 5 things. So if you want to
purchase a new one,
you do the 5 things of that thing or whatever. But then I thought, what if I applied that to something else? For example, if I wanted to run a half marathon,
okay,
I would do 5 things to condition myself to get to that. Nah, that's a bad example.
That was a bad example.
Are you trying to think
of a good example?
Yeah.
Maybe like eating out, instead of before you eat out next, you like cook 5 meals at home.
Yeah, something like that. Or like you cook 3 meals, and then you spend a whole night with your wife, your husband, doing something. Or if you wanted to go blow money and buy a new gaming system, you say, okay, I'll bike 3 miles, I'll finish this book, I'll do this with this person, I'll do all these, and then I can do that thing. Because then you're giving yourself that satisfaction.
Something to motivate you to do
and
something
work
you
forward
may not
to.
otherwise do.
Because everything now is so streamlined and it's so easy to access, you don't earn it as much. And it made me realize that. And so I kind of wanted to apply that mentality now to my life, but not in such a condensed emotional week. So yeah, that was my journey of the Law of
That
Five.
was a really intense journey.
It was, dude. I recorded the whole thing, and I'm gonna make
Like you said, you were gonna type up a script.
making a script so I can help.
A good way to sort through all that footage.
Yes, and because it was just gonna be each day all this stuff. Because there's this one level, it was stage 8 in Super Castlevania, that I was playing right after I spilt wax and had to clean it up and all that stuff. And it was so fucking frustrating and so fucking hard. I recorded an hour, I think, of myself doing it. No, maybe I think it might have been a little shorter. I don't know. But anyway, it's just a whole lot of like, why the fuck are they doing this to me? Like, why? But hopefully it's pretty entertaining. I want to leave it with the whole, like I said, applying the set yourself things.
Some goals to motivate yourself.
Before you do whatever. Yeah, it was very intense. But when I played Anthem yesterday, was able to sit down, I had some tea and played
Just
Anthem.
kind of relaxed for a little bit.
I was like, cool.
This is worth it ish.
Cool. Because when I was like flying through water and shit, I was like, cool.
The updated controls for the mouse and keyboard on that are really good.
I was tempted to try it out because
I would do it.
Well, the reason I probably won't soon is because
You can't relax on the couch.
my whole life motto now is just being chill and relaxing.
And
So
you can't do that usually with a mouse and
yeah,
keyboard over
because
here.
the only reason I would try it is for aiming.
Yes.
Because aiming is a lot better, and I'm not good at shooters.
But if you use a lot of skills, you don't need to aim quite as much.
I got ya. Well, because I have the interceptor.
Oh.
A very get in, melee the shit out of them or shotgun
Which you don't
them,
need to aim too much
then get
for.
the fuck out, which is why I haven't. Because I have to wait till level 8, I think, to get another javelin.
It's 2, 8, 16, and 28, I think.
28.
Or 18 and 26. It's up there.
Oh, what's the level cap?
30.
I didn't realize that.
Right now I have the Storm and the...
Storm one pretty cool.
The Storm one's pretty cool. One of its abilities is you want to do most of your casting while you're hovering in the air because you get a boost to your shields and stuff.
Got ya.
That's not my play style.
Oh,
I like the skills. I just want to be more in the action.
gotcha.
So I've been playing more of the default.
Oh,
I can't remember. Ranger, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I really like that one. And
that
people,
one's fun.
going back to critics, when the beta was out and people were comparing which javelin's better, which is something you shouldn't fucking do.
Especially in a PvE game where it's play the one that's fun.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, this is like the worst one. But then when I played the beta, I was like, the Ranger's really fun because
It's really fun.
It's like bulky enough to where you can do shit. It's agile enough where you can flip-flop around.
You get different types of grenades.
Yeah, and then it's ultimate is awesome.
Ultimate is
Especially
really
when
cool.
you're flying and you're just like, it's fucking sick as hell. I'm like, yeah.
The only thing I wish you could do is that there weren't just javelin classes. It was just skill trees. Drop skill points from any javelin tree you wanted.
Maybe they'll add that custom javelin.
I would hope so. That's my only limitation of, like, say, the Ranger. I want some of those storm abilities in there too, but they're not there.
I got ya. I feel ya.
Because with Mass Effect, you could do a lot of that where you could just pull from certain trees.
Right. Well, see, I like that and then dislike that about Andromeda. Because the classes in the Mass Effect series up till Andromeda became so refined and so different, it gave you a reason to replay
it because you could play all these
class.
And they didn't feel like they only had like one or two moves because there was an expansive move set, but they were all very different.
And they had all different abilities in that. And then, but Andromeda, what they did is they gave you everything, but only allowed you to choose 3 of them.
Yeah.
And then they gave you, so they're like, it's customizable, but we're limiting you.
It is customizable, and like you said, it reduces that replayability.
Yeah.
You play it once kind of the way you want it, maybe twice to refine that, and then you don't want to play any of those other styles.
But my guy I made,
super
hot as fuck, dude. Hot as fuck.
Does he have a nice bot?
Oh, yeah, Knuckles, boom. Who's your default guy you picked for Anthem?
I played a woman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I can't remember which face it was.
Because I was looking through the guys and I was going to do the guy with the beard because it kind of matched the voice more. But there was this hot Asian guy, so I said, yes, yes, please. And he has like a scar.
Plays.
He said he has a scar and shit. And Yeah. Story's pretty good.
Story is pretty good so far. I find myself, much like Mass Effect games, coming back to the hub every time and trying to see if anybody has anything new to say.
Oh, that's cool.
Which has been good so far.
That makes me remember. Owen?
Yes.
Right when I saw Owen, I'm in love. I said, yes!
There's another.
Give me romance!
There's another guy in there who I think you'd like too.
Oh, really?
As far as romance.
Yes!
He's kind of a gossip,
Uh-huh.
but he's got a funny character.
Oh, God. I saw Owen. I was like, fuck!
Literally.
I was like, fuck, damn!
I don't know if they're... if romance is an option right now. I know they said they're going to add it.
It's not, but they said they're gonna, because
that's what I thought I heard.
They weren't going to add it, but then they realized how much it meant and how much the feedback from their fans are like, we want romance. They're like, okay, we're going to add it eventually.
There is a character so far that if I could romance, I've decided who.
Is it what's her name? She has a guy name. It's Eddie or something, or
see, I have a hard time remembering everyone's names because I have the subtitles turned off.
I do too. Because the subtitles, how they did the subtitles is really nice, but it's also really annoying.
It fills up too much space.
Yeah,
it's not discreet enough.
But I'm already gonna.
Do you want me to tell you the name of the?
Is it the blonde girl that's like an officer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Tassin.
Yeah.
Because you get some dialogue you wouldn't expect from her. It's like, oh, okay,
I love you.
Yeah.
No, oh God, I can't love at first sight. I don't believe in that, but when I saw him, I'm like, oh, there's hope.
There's hope. Maybe there is.
They though, I don't know if you noticed, but they mocapped all these scripted scenes, but then when you get to the dialogue with just regular people, it's just matched frames because it's like
pay attention.
So watch the scripted sequence, I guess, and then go to one of the vendors, and you can.
And it's just a pretty generic.
It's immediate because it's kind of lagging behind.
Well, that's fair. You don't expect them to mocap literally everything.
I know, but when you like the whole first 2 hours is all perfect, and then you cut to that.
Hey, big step above Andromeda's early bugs.
Hey, that is so true.
Was their big problem.
That is so true. That is so true. But yeah. Oh, it's almost an hour.
It is.
Holy shit.
I guess we'll catch you guys next time on
this was a solid episode.
It was. There was lots going on.
I like this one. See you guys.
Bye.
We're gonna hurt someone later, right?
No. YouTube will demonetize us if you say that.
I didn't say it.
You did.
No, I didn't.